Hi everyone, welcome to Tuesday Check-In. So this past Sunday we began a 3-part series that explores the story of Jacob and Esau from the book of Genesis. Now, in the Swedenborgian worldview, the twin brothers of Jacob and Esau represent two aspects of each of us: our intellect or our thinking mind, and our will and our emotions. So this week and next, we'll be hearing about how Jacob tries to usurp Esau's position as firstborn. Now, within our own minds, this represents the ways in which sometimes it's helpful for our spiritual growth to allow our logical thinking minds to expand our perspectives, to move us beyond how we might feel about something, especially if these feelings are coming from a selfish or fear-based place. Because our emotions are always going to feel firstborn to us, right? Closer to our instinctive sense of self than our thinking mind. And this is totally okay. But as much as Jacob's actions in the book of Genesis don't seem ethical in an external sense, the representation internally is that it is healthy for us to let our thinking mind become firstborn sometimes, to give it the space that it needs to help us grow in our perspectives. So I thought today we'd just spend a few moments with the narrative from the book of Genesis and embody the psychological movement that the representation of the narrative implies. So I'll invite you to just take a deep breath wherever you are, to settle in your seat and come into a space of stillness. So we'll start with verse 29. Once Jacob was cooking some stew. Esau came in from the open country, famished. He said to Jacob, "Quick, let me have some of that red stew. I'm famished." So let's take a moment to open up some space within ourselves for some emotion that we've been having lately. Let it swoosh into our awareness with all the intensity of Esau coming in from the open country. And let's also notice, as we feel this emotion, where in our body we might be feeling it. And if there are aspects of feeling this emotion that are uncomfortable, let's also take a moment to note that God is present with us in it. Let's take a couple of deep breaths. And now, as we begin to shift our perspective from that emotion that we've been feeling, we continue with verse 31. Jacob replied, "First, sell me your birthright." "Look, I'm about to die," Esau said. "What good is the birthright to me?" But Jacob said, "Swear to me first." So he swore an oath to him, selling his birthright to Jacob. So let's now take a moment to introduce a gentle, calming, questioning mind to the emotion that we have been feeling. We can ask the emotion how it's doing. Ask what it might need, like what it might need to hear, or what it might need to let go of. And we can let it know that it has a companion and that it has space to evolve. And we note that God is in that space as well. So as we introduce the Jacob mind into the equation, Let's take a couple of deep breaths. And as we finish up with this moment of reflection, we note that in terms of the story, the twin brothers are heading towards reconciliation and return. Let us give thanks to God for our own twin natures, embodying a sibling relationship of partnership and support within us that reflects God's own nature. Thanks be to God, and Amen. So with one more deep breath in and out, you're invited to return to whatever space you're in and to be back with us here. Thank you so much for joining us for this lovely moment together. We do hope that you can join us for church, 10:30 a.m. on Sunday, either in person or online. Take care, everyone.